Okay, are you ready for the final countdown? The last round before the great battle royales begin. Well, let's go. There's a lot that happens in this round, so brace yourself. Like, seriously, brace yourself. Hades and Facilier, the bromance of the century, are scheming. Super Gaston has a request. And since he, basically took out Chrysalis and Sombra, Hades and Facilier are more than happy to oblige. And he becomes his old human self. Which, I guess being pretty is worth giving up super strength and powers. Ironically, GA immediately saw shipping vibes between Gaston and Hades, while I was going for Gaston Facilier, so something there. Here's the biggest reveal of them all. Like, I don't even know how to handle this. Mach has had spies in 3 of the largest Disney factions. Sarouche has been working for him since the beginning of Part 2. Megavolt's been working for him since he left Fearsome 5. And Loki has been feeding him information from Hades. So he now has all of Ratcliffe, Mosenrath, Shan Yu, and Hades' plans. And can plan counteraction moves. And Krang's getting his battle body. Which, okay, about that last scene, I gotta say it! That was a freaking awesome move to pull with Megavolt. As a fangirl, I love that he got to do something that seriously big time in the war. But let's get down to business and defeat the Huns. No, actually, the Huns are getting down to business to defeat the Fire Nation, is what's happening. But first, Drago is challenging he's challenging Queen Law here after a tip-off from Chang and the Dark Dragon. And he's in his final form, which, I didn't realize looked that ridiculous till Winman pointed it out. It's kind of ridiculous. Like, apparently that's the result of consuming 13 different elemental powers. So basically, it's like if Mega Negaduck had a child with the Avatar. Queen Law brings out Shendu. Now, here's the thing. I honestly thought Queen Law was gonna die, because Drago's so overpowered, but... Okay, did anyone else think long live the king at this scene? Because seriously. And Queen Law is a boss. She just destroyed Drago. So now she and Shendu have got to come to some sort of agreement. Hordak was recently released, and has decided to challenge Oberon. But this is more of a friendly rivalry before they get down to business. Oberon proves how powerful he is by vaporizing one of Hordak's allies on the spot. Hordak, are you sure you know what you are messing with? Are you absolutely sure you know what you are messing with? Now, I haven't finished Season 2 of Gargoyles, but I hear that Oberon's more of an anti-villain. They're counting him as a villain so they can use him in the war. I'm perfectly okay with this. I'm perfectly okay with shifting character classifications so they can be in the war, like Silver and Red. Oberon is explaining that the crystal that everyone's been after was something that he was working with. We still don't know what he does. And Maleficent was the one who banished Hordak. Actually, Hordak was the one explaining that, not Oberon. I'm sorry. So now the two of them are kind of a little in an agreement. Zurg sending out Warp Dark Matter to challenge the Decepticons. We now have a Clash of the Right-Hand Men. This one was made by Beaten Census 902, that I know for sure. I'm really growing fond of 902's work. I mean, everyone who has contributed to this tournament is an excellent editor, including me! But, okay, enough gloating. 902 has really put together something flawless here. And it's always entertaining to see Screamer and Warp battle. You know, there's not any huge revelation here or anything. It's just really satisfying to watch the action when the two right hands of this rivalry duke it out. Warp gets away. This is still the ugliest spaceship. And now, the fearsome 5.2! In their first and last fight as an official team. Challenging Shredder, Negaduck, Phantom Blot, Fat Cat, The Collector, my personal favorite, and Don Carnage. Now, the sad story behind this fight is that a lot of people were disappointed because the 5.2 had such a big build-up behind it. And they had promised that Negaduck would have a huge role in Part 3, but they eventually decided that it would be a passive role, and they wanted to remove some dead weight. So they just decided to kill them off in one battle. But it was one heck of a battle. This 73 Windman doing what I think is his first battle royale, and he had to juggle all these opponents. He actually ran out of places to find Fat Cat footage, and made a little go a long way. Oh, the Collector. He's just become my favorite as of, like, today, because I did this, like, huge analysis on why he and I are actually really similar. Like, it gets to the point where he competes with Yzma and Megavolt for which Disney villain I most like. You know, obsessive fan, into cosplay, into fan works, although mine's writing and his drawing, dangerous obsessions, likes creepy stuff, like, really weird similarities when you get down to it. I could beat him. I just totally could. And then he's prop-boxed. Now there is one member of this 5.2 who supposedly survived, and we all know it's not Negaduck. But anyway, who survived and is going to come back in Part 3. I have my guesses about who that would be. I count 2 people here who lived, but one of them I highly doubt is actually going to do anything. And this means Negaduck didn't have enough time to betray them.